because I used to set a lot of goals and I used to achieve them. And what I often say is I'd achieve a goal or a series of goals, and how I kind of describe it is I get to the top of a mountain, I get to the top of a peak, and I'd get there and I'd lift myself up and I'd stand at the top of that peak and I'd look around and go, wow, was that it? Shit, I thought it was going to be happier. I thought it was going to be a better feeling. Anybody experienced that? Raise your hand if you haven't. Most people, if not everybody. And then what I'd do is I'd look down across the mountains and I'd look down across the valley, as I often speak about, and I'd look across and say, that's the problem. I've climbed the wrong mountain. Now, when I climb that mountain over there, then I'll be happy. And then what I'd do is I'd come down off the mountain. I'd cross the meadows and the fields and the valley, which represented often 2 or 3 or 4 years of my life. I'd climb the next mountain. All this time, I'm unaware of this conversation. Someone sat me down and said, are you trying to get validation from your father? I said, what are you talking about? I was living everybody else's dreams. I was chasing everybody else's aspirations. I was chasing validation from so many people. And I was completely blinded to that reality. In fact, if I was posed, I wouldn't have been as open as this gentleman. I would have closed this conversation down ages ago. No, you don't get it, you don't get it. I'm not. So there's the problem with goals, because so many people set goals. And yet I would argue today that there's so many people who are disconnected. So how do you set out to attain something that is in true alignment with who you are? I think one of the problems is that we're too attached to goals, that we need our goals to come true in order to be validated within our own skin. What happens if you attain something and it's just a bonus, but you don't need it to feel good about yourself? And that's the balance between having a desire, okay, a desire in one hand, and letting it go and not needing the other. We were asked the question earlier on, are you going to move back to Ireland? So we might. When? We're not sure. It may happen, it may never happen. I've become so detached to outcomes. It's incredible. Now, it's not that I don't care, but I'm so detached from the outcome. And the more you let go of the need to achieve it, the more fluent and, just connected it becomes. Does that make any sense at all?